So we feel that working with BIS and NCCD and another trade association called IIAR is a well-established. If the tariff is 50%, work with 50%. If the tariff is 25% or something else, work with this. Produce and manufacture, foods and beverages that you consume both in your country and consider exporting.
So, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to India, Eric. The International Institute of Ammonia Refrigeration has been doing historic work in ammonia as well as the refrigeration industry for the past many years. As a Washington-based organization, what brings you to India on this occasion? And what are you most looking forward to during your stay here?
I will start by saying that we are now called the International Institute of All Natural Refrigeration. So not just ammonia anymore, but also refrigeration with carbon dioxide and with propane, but mainly ammonia and mainly for industrial processes like food production, manufacturing like dairies and other kinds of beverages and all kinds of foodstuffs, chickens, but cold stores are really very important to food distribution in any nation. And we believe that India has a lack of sufficient cold storage capacity. And we feel like when India builds more cold storage or renovates facilities, it should be done with natural refrigerants. And this is, good for many reasons. It's good because natural refrigerants are environmentally friendly because they have low global warming potential, zero ozone depletion potential, and they're very energy efficient. So all in all, this means less heat into the atmosphere and less water consumption and less level 1, 2, and 3 emissions. And, our mission and our vision is to get the world to use natural refrigerants. And we think that India would like to have the information that we've gained over the past 150 years. The US is very famous for producing lots of food and exporting it. And we're happy to share this knowledge. And not only for the benefit of US manufacturers, but also for the benefit of India and the population as a whole.
And for the world.
And for the world, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, the population for everybody. So we would like for not only India, but other parts of Asia, Bangladesh, and the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Many countries in these regions have reached out to us because we do have and develop the best standards for ammonia refrigeration for sure, and the best practices for design and maintenance and safety. So we want these, if there are accidents that happen in the world, everybody hears about it, right? And we want people to be safe, and we feel that coming to India and working with associations like the Bureau of Indian Standards and so we feel that working with BIS and NCCD and another trade association called IIAR is a well-established refrigeration and air conditioning association here. We can share our knowledge, perhaps gain some benefits for our American manufacturers, as well as generally help the industry to be safe and prolific, right?
As the famous saying goes, there's no planet B.
That's correct.
With respect to trade and supply chains, there have been global disruptions in shipping, energy, and raw materials. How resilient is the ammonia supply today? Now, do you see opportunities for deeper partnerships between the US and countries like India for securing more supply trades here forth?
Unfortunately, our current administration has made decisions that are not steady. I think most countries and most traders and importers and exporters, they want to have stability. So if the tariff is 50%, work with 50%. If the tariff is 25% or something else, work with this, but maintain something stable. Goods and services and produce are insecure about their business relationships because it takes a long time to build up trust. And I think that, it will be unfortunate if these kinds of instability continues to happen. So we believe that, and I can only speak from my own point of view, I try to stay very educated, as well versed as I can be, and I'm not a politician, right? But I think that people view India as a very good resource for the consumer market in the United States, both for goods and for services, because I think our relations with China, because of Russia and Ukraine, are not so good. And unfortunately, the administration has not taken good steps with Korea, which is another major trader. And it's really difficult to say these times. It's very uncertain, and I hope that things can become more stable and that the relationship between U.S. and India will, form a solid foundation again. And I think that it will. India is the world's largest democracy. The United States professes to believe in democratic principles and fairness. And, in the long run, I believe that will prevail. So, let's cross our fingers and hold our breath for just a little while.
So, Mr. Eric, do you have any message or messages for any industry in India or for our government?
Well, my expertise is in refrigeration and cold chain food supply, and my message to you would be to use the resources of your people and your bountiful land and your good weather to produce and manufacture, foods and beverages that consume both in your country and consider exporting. Of course, India makes so many other good products, and I've consumed many of them myself. I have LML engines and Royal Enfield motorcycle, both from India. And, trade is alive and well. And I think as far as governments go, they need to be understanding and tolerant that, things change a little bit from time to time, but for the most part, I would say both of our countries and both of our governments are very stable, and we can hope to count on India, and I hope that India can count on the U.S. government and the U.S. population.
We hope for the same.
We got to do
It was wonderful meeting you.
It's wonderful to meet you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.